It's not exactly elegant yet, but it sure is fast, the way Lucas is whirling through here. And with that, I would like to welcome you to a new episode of Babies on the Move. Today, we will be looking at the question, how are fine and gross motor skills developed? For example, the progression from robotic movement to flowing motions. This time too, we have many practical tips for you that you can try out at home. Sequences of movement are very complex processes. And because our little ones' brains aren't fully developed yet, movements aren't always very fluid. But the more children practice, the more links in the brain are created and their movements become more rounded. Before a beginning walker becomes a master, many movement experiences need to be gained. Children need the opportunity to move sufficiently in daily life. But especially throughout the ages of 0 to 2, parents have a tendency to be overly cautious in order to ensure that nothing happens. This is why parents need to consider how much freedom a child needs. Does it really need a safety seat at home, these so-called baby safes, or wouldn't it be much better to put the child on the floor or a blanket? How much freedom can I allow my child in daily life? It is in children's nature to jump, climb, balance. This natural urge to move has an important function for the child's overall development. Whenever children move, they are training their motor skills. This is the only way for them to gradually conquer their environment. Initially, gross motor skills are developed. This means balancing, developing a feeling for their bodies, and building muscle tension. All of these are important steps that need to be mastered. The main focus of this development stage is locomotion. The pace of development can be different for every child. Some are walking at 9 months, some only at 15 months. In order to learn how to walk, many different experiences with movement need to be made. Visiting a playground regularly is ideal for this purpose. It can be great fun to drive on a bobby car course. Here too, variety is in the foreground. Sometimes we drive forwards, sometimes we do some reverse parking or try to avoid obstacles. And finally, all children receive a driving license. When children climb onto something, a whole range of abilities is trained. Balancing, muscle strength and coordination. Contrary to climbing stairs, due to the increased height, climbing a ladder is more intensive training. If there is any anxiety, always offer the child your hand or finger to help them, and then feel free to let go again too. All these exercises can be slightly modified and carried out at home in the living room. For example, climbing and balancing across a sofa obstacle course. Running and romping is one thing, but using hands and feet in a targeted manner is the next step. It is the transition from gross to fine motor skills. This also includes training the muscles of the mouth as preparation for speaking. All of these are elementary skills that must develop within the first 2 years of life. Anyone who is able to run quickly and stop abruptly has already completed a huge step in development. Muscles, coordination and balance are precisely aligned in their interplay, which is not something innate, but something that needs to be practiced time and again. Cotton balls can be a great toy. They feel really amazing. Always let your child hold it first and figure out what game to play with it. A drinking straw can add some excitement to the game. The motor functions of the mouth are trained when cotton balls are blown through an obstacle course, with and without a straw. A challenge for fine motor skills can be small objects that need to be sorted into a container. Depending on age, the objects become smaller and can also be sorted according to color, size and shape. From the robotic walk to flowing, targeted movements, this is only possible through moving regularly. Of course, you can practice this at home or at the sports club together with many others. To read more about where to find such offers and further information on this topic of exercises for children, please visit the Kinderturnstiftung Baden-Württemberg website. You will also find all episodes of Babies on the Move there. Just give it a go and you will see how much your little ones can develop in just a short time. Have fun and see you next time at Babies on the Move.